Hello, five fans. So what a wonderful fight we just had. Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz. It was probably one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life, and I'm talking about live. And it reminded me of Manny Pacquiao versus Marquez fight. You know how they were fighting toe to toe, brawling. There was too much brawling. And it was one hell of a fight. I'll give UFC an edge, over boxing because they want to fight the best. The best fight the best. Whereas in boxing, no disrespect for boxing. I think boxing is just about business now. Now it's all about money, and you know, th- with UFC, I think it's hard to judge at the moment because UFC is right new at the moment. So obviously they're gonna put on some shows to, grab some more audience. I don't blame them. You know, let's talk about the fight. Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz. This fight was unbelievable. You know, First round, let's talk about the first round. Conor McGregor came out stronger. He landed a great body shot in the first round. You know, he was putting up pressure on Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz was backpedaling for most of the first round. You know, McGregor landed few left hands in the first round. You know, a great body shot and two left hands in the first minute of the fight. No, that was a good first minute. From my perspective. Diaz didn't know what to do. He was worried. He was backpedaling. However, Nate Diaz is a great fighter. He came back stronger in the last minute of the fight. He landed a left of his own, but McGregor, he won first round quite easily because he was more aggressive. He landed few of the good shots, man, and McGregor, finished the round in one piece, whereas Nat Diaz had a cut under his right eye. If after first round, I was like, man, Conor McGregor should be able to win this because I saw nothing special. I saw nothing that Nat Diaz could do to stop this guy because Nat Diaz didn't know what to do. He didn't know what time it was. You know, Conor McGregor was all over the place. This guy was actually bullying Nat Diaz. Not now on the second round of the fight. Let's go to talk about the second round. Conor being the aggressive, in the first round and right back at Nat Diaz in the second round. He's putting on pressure on Nat Diaz. He landed a few creative kicks, but his left was landing at will. He got the timing so well that whenever he throws left hand, he actually lands. Whenever Conor McGregor throws his left hand, he actually lands. So a lot of blood coming out of Diaz's right eye. Diaz came stronger then. He landed a good shot which didn't hurt Conor McGregor, but and Conor McGregor being a funny guy there, he responded with a good uppercut and a smile. He was smiling, and boy, I think that was the moment. Then the moment came for the Diaz. Been waiting for Diaz landed a good, powerful shot. That stunned Conor McGregor. Now Conor McGregor is doing what Diaz was doing, he backpedaling. So Conor McGregor was backpedaling, trying to get his legs back. Diaz were putting up pressure, and Diaz landed with another big punch. Conor tried to fight back. He landed a few of his own punches. They traded punches at the same time. There was exchange of punches, but Diaz was stronger. But there was then the moment came. The moment came. The Conor Mojo has slowed down now, and Diaz is coming on stronger. He landed few multiple huge punches. He landed no. few multiple huge punches, and McGregor didn't know what to do. McGregor went for a takedown, and Diaz, he's been a cheeky bastard. You know what he did? He eventually maneuvered it into the position to finish it by a rear naked choke and corner tapped out. I think corner, I think corner was done after the first round. Corner thought, I got this in the bag, so he wasn't really doing much, and he thought I should be able to win this. And but Diaz, he thought it's gonna be an easy second round. I think that's the price he paid. I think Conor could have won this match, but he was. I think he was just being stupid there. He could have won the match, in my opinion. But anyways, Diaz finished the fight. You know, and one thing about Conor, I actually thought he's a one son of a bitch. I'll tell you why. Because he's so aggressive. He talks so much shit before the fights. But it's all, don't get me wrong. I think it's just because he's trying to promote the fight. He wants to sell the seats. He wants to put asses on the, stadium. He wants to fill the stadium with people. So you can't blame him, But he was humble up in the post interview, and it was a good fight. Don't get me wrong. It was a good fight. I think Conor can come back. But people need to realize he's going up weight classes to fight this guy, Nate Diaz. Yeah, and he was good. I think if he can come back, if you have a rematch, I think Conor could actually beat this guy. Conor could actually beat this guy. If you look at the first round, Conor was better than him, and if he stays strong, he can beat this guy. You know. But hats off to Nate Diaz. He did what he does best. Submission is his best move. He it was one hell of a fight. McGregor went for a takedown, and Diaz eventually maneuvered it into position to finish it by rear naked choke. And McGregor tapped out. He didn't know what to do. He was tired. He was actually tired. He wasn't hurt, but he was tired. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Comment, subscribe, peace.